Hello, welcome to the Divine Center of Healing. Did you have an appointment for today? Okay. What was your name? I'll go ahead and look you up in the system. Okay. And great, I see you right here. So I have you booked today for a personality test and analysis, is that correct? Okay, well that sounds great. If you would just have a seat in front of me, we can actually just go ahead and get right on started, okay? Great. So, the personality test that I'm going to be giving to you today is to help you identify some of your personal characteristics that you may not be aware of, to align yourself and be more in touch with your inner person. You can use your results to help identify your values and establish goals for your near or distant future. You can use them to help with personal growth and expansion in some areas that may be lacking, and to refortify yourself in areas that may be your strengths. Or you may just be here to take this test for fun, and you can find out a little bit more about yourself and go on with your life happily. Does that sound great? I think so too. Okay, so how this is going to work is I'm going to describe some very simple and general scenarios to you. And as I describe them to you, I want you to just imagine them in your head. You can do this with your eyes closed or open, whichever you prefer. There are no right or wrong answers, so don't think too long and hard about any scenario. Just allow the first thought to naturally come to your mind to be your answer. As you think of your answers, I just want you to describe what you're imagining to me, and I will type your answers here on a document in my computer, and I will give you your document after your session to take home for future reference. After documenting all of your answers, I will compare them to the results sheet that helps you to correlate your answers to some of your personal characteristics. And that will be open to your interpretation, and you can take the results page home with you as well. So I hope that you enjoy this test. I hope you learned something about yourself and have fun. And I also hope that this is a therapeutic and relaxing experience for you. So take a deep breath and relax. Open your mind for creativity to flow through you. And we will get started, okay? So, I want you to first imagine that you are in front of the door of a castle, okay? I want you to describe to me the door, the size, the shape, the color, any detailing or simplicity to the door, anything that you see on your castle door. Describe to me now. Interesting. That sounds really cool. Okay, great. So next, I want you to walk through the door into the castle, down into the huge castle, and realize there is not a person inside. It's completely deserted. So tell me, what is the first thing that you see? Describe the corridor that you're in, or the room, anything on the walls, on the floor, whatever it is that you may see, the size of the interior. Yes, we have some construction going on overhead, and I do apologize if it is distracting. But just try your best to relax and tune it out and tune into your mind and your inner answers, okay? Okay, so the next thing you're going to do within the castle is to look around, and you're going to find a staircase. And you decide to climb the stairs. So as you're doing so, please describe your staircase to me. The height, the number of steps, the size and shape and color, whatever it is. Where it leads to. So next, after climbing the stairs, you're going to reach a small room in which there's only one window. Please describe this window to me. How big is it? And what do you see outside of the window? I'm sorry for this part. We'll wait on what you see outside of the window. Just describe the window in general to me. Okay. And now, what do you see outside of the window? Okay, wow. That's really, really amazing sounding. Great. So now, I want you to go back down the stairs into the area you were in when you first entered the castle. You're going to go ahead and walk further through the back of the building and find a door at the rear of the building. You're going to open it and walk out into a yard. I want you to describe exactly what the yard looks like and anything you may see in the yard. Okay, wow. I'd love to visit this castle that you're in. Yes, anything you see in the yard, you can tell me and I'll put it down for you. Wow. Okay, now any final details about anything you saw within or outside of the castle that you'd like to tell me? Okay, yeah, yes. Anything that you noticed, I want to know. There may not be an application or explanation for everything that you saw, but it is really cool to note. Okay, and I'm going to give you generalized interpretations of everything that are applicable, but you can take the results that I'm going to give to you and apply them to your answers and maybe delve in deeper and find some deeper connections that we didn't touch on today, okay? These results are just very generalized. So I'm going to tell you about your results now, okay? So the first thing you saw was the door to your castle. This door represents your attitude to new experiences. If you imagined a simple, everyday door, you're probably not afraid of any new challenges and will test your luck in new things and situations without a second thought. If you saw a hidden door, you probably do not know what you need to do in the future and in your life, and it can look blurry and undefined to you, and that's okay. That can be an area you identify for personal growth. If you saw a big, scary door, you're probably afraid of the unknown and find it difficult to get out of your comfort zone and try new experiences. So these are just the 3 most common answers. Like I said, you can delve into all of these aspects and find your own connections if you'd like, okay? So the next portion of your scenario was the inside of your castle. So the space inside of the castle is the idea that you believe others have of you. For example, if you saw a library, you probably think that you are the person who supports others and helps them find answers to their problems. If you saw a large fireplace, you may think that you give a feeling of warmth and passion and inspiration in people. A fancy ballroom could suggest that you feel you can dazzle people around you and that you have a lot to give. If you saw a long corridor with many closed doors, you might feel that you are difficult to understand and others will have to try much more harder to understand you. So as you can see, whatever you imagined can be interpreted as a kind of metaphor for your life, okay? So your staircase represents the image that you have of life in general. If you saw a sharp and massive staircase, you may see life as suffering with many difficulties. If you saw a beautiful spiraling staircase, you may show that you are a romantic person who enjoys the beauty in life. So your window in the room. The window is the way that you are currently feeling in this moment. If you saw a small window, that may mean that you feel depressed and trapped in your life. It may feel like there's no way out of what you're experiencing in this period of time. A normal window shows a person with realistic demands and expectations of life at this stage. You realize there are limitations, but the future is here and looks clear for you. If your window was huge, you may feel invincible, free, and able to achieve whatever you want in life. So your view from out of the window represents your overview of your entire life. If, for example, you saw a stormy sea, this could show a hectic and erratic life, while a snowy forest may associate with someone who lives isolated and detached from crowds. If you saw, for example, a green valley, it could show that your life is calm and steady without much stress and anxiety. If you saw a vibrant city, you may live a life full of socialization with lots of many different people. So again, you can take your response and associate it with some type of metaphor for your own life. This is a big part of it. That is personal interpretation, because what you think of your life is very important and will help you identify areas for you to grow and change and learn. And last is the courtyard, or the back area when you went out of the castle. So the image of the courtyard is the image you have in your mind for your future. So if your garden was neat and shiny, you may feel that your future will be heavenly. If you saw a promising but neglected garden, you may be an optimistic person, but worried if you can find the energy to take control of your life and make your future beautiful. If you saw a grassy, damaged garden, you may be pessimistic and do not have a nice picture of the future. So as you can see, these these results are usually pretty close to things going on in your own life. You may have had different answers from the examples that I gave, which I see in some scenarios you did. But using what each portion of the scenario represents, and by seeing some of the examples, I hope that you can personalize it to your own life and use it to grow and learn and appreciate yourself in the areas that you're very strong in. Okay? So I really hope that you enjoyed your session today. If anything, I hope this was a fun experience for you. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, week, life. And I'll love to see you back here very soon for some of our other wonderful services at the Divine Center of Healing. Okay? I'll see you again soon, friend.